hopefully this will all show up. I have crossbow fever, and it's great because I can work outside. I personally need to have the shadows of natural lighting to work osage down to a single growth ring. And so I'm just had some of my spiced up sauerkraut, and it's attacking me from the inside out. No, that's all right. And so I guess I'm going to continue here. I'm really digging this nice weather. Perfect lighting. As far as working osage, I'll talk about my plan for a crossbow. But as far as working the osage down to one growth ring, sometimes I'll use my draw knife, but I actually like to use this not razor sharp drop point Western Cutlery W84. That's a mouthful for such a simple, just solid tang knife. Two pieces of wood tacked on either side. The reason being, when I'm doing it, okay, first of all, I'm primarily a pusher, so I'm working away from me like this. Although when I have to flip it, then, you know, it's kind of being ambidextrous in a way. I can also work towards me, but I like working away. And what I do is I will find, I've got a thicker target ring because this is going to be a self prod, a self bow for those bow people out there. A self bow, no backing on this one. I want to keep it simple, and I found this nice version of a crossbow. I think it's a relic that's approximately 1,000 years old. 4 wooden parts, one being the pin that goes through the stock, through the trigger mechanism, just as the pivot, and that's it. It has a simple stock, no roller nut, no tickler for the trigger. It's one of these deals where the string just sits in this notch, and then you push the trigger down, and it lifts the string up, and zoom, it goes off. So it's extremely simple, and that's what I like. I have my choice of wood for prods. One reason I'm choosing osage is, now that the weather is turning, and I've got a series of bows, black locust and osage. Hi Mark, hi Keith. And I'm starting to be able to work outside again, which means I can work things down to a single growth ring. This is good practice. It's been a little while since I've been chasing rings, in the board bow kind of mode in the winter, but I'm back to chasing rings, and this little shorty is a perfect example. I don't need to back it. You know, I do have a PCU that will be a crossbow prod eventually, but I was going to sinew back it. This osage, I do believe that I can have a beyond, well beyond 100-pound draw weight crossbow. So many complex sentences to work with just a piece of osage. I could have used elm, I could have used ash, I could have used maple and everything, but think of it in terms of a gas tank on your car. You have a 20-gallon gas tank. It's a big car. You can't put 30 or 40 gallons of gas into that. It just won't work. And that's the way it works with an ash prod or bow, or an elm prod or bow. You just cannot take that and flex it and have it contain that much 40 gallons of gas worth of energy in that 20-gallon tank without it exploding. Whereas this osage is an 80-gallon tank. This can store so much potential energy without self-destructing. It's just a bigger gas tank. As far as the design, this is lacking any measurement. Gosh, this is about 2 inches wide. Let's think of draw weight per inch of width. Let's say that I can get, to simplify things, just 50 pounds. 50 pounds per inch of width in a bow. If I make that 2 inches, I can get 100 pounds. If I make that bow 3 inches, I can make it 150 pounds. So yeah, you could make a heavy bow out of anything, just make it wide enough. But you see, I can get away with that on a crossbow because the string just slides across there. The, bo the bolt, the arrow, doesn't have to go around the handle. There's no paradox. So you can get away with having a thick thing and then just having it like a pyramid bow, but flat along one side and then, you know, all the angle on the other. So blah, blah, blah. Long story short, this is going to be a wide osage bow. So it'll be a crossbow of decent weight. Not 300 pounds, not 1,500 pounds like a crossbow must be, because everything has to be a lot heavier than necessary, you know. Not picking on any particular culture here, but this should be about 100 pounds. There and abouts. I guess I don't really have anything more to say than that. I'm trying to think if I heard, what was that joke? It was almost as good as the squirrel joke, not as good as the Elvis joke. But I guess I'm going to have to pass on that one until I remember it. Now with that, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to continue. I've got 2 rings to go through, 2 skinny ones to my thick target ring. And I'll be good. I'll be able to do more dimension work on this thing, get my prod ready for the stock. Having fun.